Today, I'll be showing you how to solve the centers on a 7x7 Rubik's Cube. Well, the first 4 centers at least. There'll be a separate video on the last 2 centers, which I'll be showing you in the description. Well, that'll be in the description, the link to that. So, let's begin. This is what a solved center looks like, this white one here. And you don't have to worry about putting the centers in the wrong spot, like the 4x4 and 6x6. Because this is a 7x7 and there already is an actual center, so you are good with that. And we're going to make the opposite. So I already made the first center here, and we're going to be making the opposite center next. And you probably don't have your first center solved, but the way I'll be showing you how to solve the second one will also work for your first one if you want to do that. And just so you know though, this little 3x3 in the middle, I'll be referring to that as the little 3x3 throughout this video. So, and we're going to be making a cross in the little 3x3 as our first step. So, solving the centers has a couple steps. 1, make this cross. 2, put these corners in. 3, make these bigger cross pieces. And 4, put these corners in. So, we're going to start with the mini 3x3 cross. So, I'm going to look for these cross pieces, yellow, because this is going to be my yellow center, because I see the yellow middle piece here, and I see a yellow cross piece here. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to move it up into the yellow cross. Then I can see that move my white pieces down, so I need to turn it so that this cross piece is not in the layer I brought it up with. So when I put this back down, my white center is restored, and I kept my piece in. So I'll show you that again. So here's a piece here. This another cross piece. I'm going to turn it so that it's on the side, because you don't want it on the top or bottom. So I want it on the side. And then you always want to replace a different cross piece. So I'm going to replace this cross piece, and I'm going to put it up the layer I brought it up with, and then I'm going to turn it so that the layer I brought it up with does not have any yellow cross pieces in it. So that's good. I can also have it like this or like this, doesn't matter, but I can't have it like this because my yellow piece is in this layer. So, and now I can bring it back down, and now I have 2 cross pieces. That corner might not always be there, it just happens to be there for me. So next, I have another cross piece right here. So I'm going to turn it so that it's on the side. I could also bring it to this side if I wanted to. I'll show you that now. And I'm going to replace this cross piece here. And so when I don't want it, like, I want to always replace a cross piece if I can. So when I bring this up like that, I replace that cross piece, and now I have to turn this so that there's no cross pieces in this middle layer. So now when I move this little layer down, it didn't move one of my cross pieces down. So next I have my next piece right here. So I'm going to take this, and since it was in the top, the top or bottom of this little 3x3, I'm going to move it to the side by doing an F or an F prime move, and with one layer. And now I'm going to take this yellow piece, and I'm going to bring it up to replace a different cross piece. I'm going to turn this top layer so that it's not in the thing, like this layer I brought it up with. So now I move it back down. It didn't ruin any of my white cross, of my white center. So now that's the first step, getting this cross. So on to the second step, which is getting these 2 corners. So I'm going to look around for the corners, keeping the second center my center I'm working on, the yellow one, at me. So here's one. I found this yellow piece. So it was here. We're going to be doing an algorithm which is this piece and this piece. So I want to make sure that if I did the algorithm right now, I would be putting a blue in with the blues. So I'm going to turn it so that I'm putting a yellow, because no matter where this is, it's always going to be switching these 2 places. So I need to put a yellow in that spot so that when they switch, a yellow goes in. I don't want to hold it like this though, because when I switch them, the yellow will also be coming out. So I want to hold this like that so that the yellow will go in and the non-yellow piece will come out. And when doing that, make sure that you if it's like that, just use one layer to turn it back in. And if it was like this, just use one layer, F or F prime, to get an open spot here. So the algorithm is going to be an algorithm from the 2x2 beginners method, and also from the 3x3 beginners method, if you know that. And But just remember, all R and all R prime moves are with 3 layers. So the algorithm is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. That got my corner in. So now I need that last corner piece. So I'm going to be turning it. Here's the corner piece. So remember, these two positions are going to be switching. Here, this orange and this yellow corner. So I need to put a yellow in so that when I switch, the yellow comes into my cross. But I don't want to replace this yellow piece. I need to turn it so that this is non-yellow. So now when I do the algorithm, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, it got my pieces in. So you may have to do that for a couple more pieces, but that is what you do. So you may have gotten stuck before with the piece that you needed was on the bottom. So like say my corner was on the other side, if it was my first center. I'll show you how to deal with that later on this video. So when I go on to my next center, I'm only going to be showing you how to solve 2 centers because they take a pretty long time. So now that I have my second step done, I need to get the third step. So this is one of the more complicated steps, and so basically I'll be doing the same thing as with the first cross pieces. Instead, though, they're made of 3 pieces. So I need to make the cross pieces before I can put them in. So I'm going to need, basically what I'm going to call these 3 pieces that I'm going to be needing is a center cross piece and the 2 outer cross pieces that make up the big cross piece. So yeah, that's confusing, but yeah. So here I see I already have a made cross piece. So I can just take that and insert it just like I did to the small cross pieces. Except when I move this layer up, I have to replace it with a not solved cross piece. So you may think that this is not solved because this other one here is not, it's not made, but it's this one I can replace because there's not a yellow here. So I can bring that down, and there's my 1 cross piece. So I already see that this cross piece already has 2 made. I just need that 1 more yellow. So I'm going to look for another yellow piece that could go there. So I need an outer cross piece. I see one's here. If I try to bring this one up, it goes onto the side that I already have. So I don't want to do that. I want to find a different one. So here is a different outer cross piece. So I can bring this one up, and it does match. That's what I want. So I'm going to bring it up. And then just like I do before, I'm going to turn it so that it's not in the layer I brought it up with, any of these pieces, and then bring that layer back down. So now I just made my second cross piece. So I'm going to take that cross piece now and insert it. So I have to replace this cross piece by moving it up, and then since I need to get this back down, I'm going to turn it so that the cross piece is not in this layer I brought it up with, and then move that layer back down, like that. So now I need to make another cross piece. So I see that this already has 2 smaller cross pieces, and I just need the middle. So the middle there's no middle on this side, and there's no middle on this side. The middle's on the bottom. So if your piece is on the bottom, this is what I was talking about earlier, what you're going to have to do is just an extra step. So you don't want it on the bottom or the top, like these 2 positions. You want it on the side, like so here or here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring that piece up, just that layer, turn it so that it's not in the layer you brought it up with, and then move that layer back down. So here's my piece. Now it's on a side next to it, and I can do what I normally do. So this time I'm going to put it in the middles, these 2 middle spots to put it in. So I'm going to bring it up to put it in. I have to turn it so that it's not in the layer I brought it up with, and then move it back down. So here is my cross piece. I need to replace a different one like that, and I don't want it on the top or bottom because you can't really do that. And so I replace that one. I don't want it like this because that's not replacing anything, or like that because that's not replacing anything, but it can be like this or that. So I'm going to put it up to replace that cross piece, turn it so it's not in the layer I brought it up with, and then move this back down. So now I have 3 cross pieces. So now when I'm looking for my next piece, I see this the center part here and outer part here. So I need to bring this over so that when I bring it up, they match. I can turn it so that it's not in the layer I brought it up with, and then move that back down. So here is 2. I need my last one, and I see that it's in the cross. So what I need to do is I'm going to bring it out of the cross, turn it so that it's not in the layer I brought it up with, and then move it back down. So there, I took my piece out of the cross, and because I couldn't do it if it was in the cross. So now my other two pieces are here, and the other one's on the bottom. So that's another bad case. I have to take it out of the bottom, which is an extra step. So I have to bring it up to an adjacent side of the other pieces, turn it so that it's not in the layer I brought it up with, and then move that back down. So here's my piece, and here are my other pieces. So now I'm going to connect them, turn it so that it's not in the layer I brought it back up, and move that back down. So here is another piece. So I'm going to replace a piece like this one, bring it up, turn it, move it down. So now I have my big cross. So the next step is the last step for solving a center, and you'll just have to do it for the next 3 after this. So I need to get this corner, that corner, that corner, and that corner in. So I'm going to be doing it the exact same way as I did these corners, except all the R's and R primes will be with 2 layers. So I see that there's this piece I need to put in here. So the algorithm now switches these 2 pieces. So it's a different piece switch. So I need to put this yellow piece corner in here so that when these 2 swap, I put a yellow in and take a non-yellow out. So the algorithm is with all R's and R primes 2 layered, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. There's a corner in. So my next corner piece is right here. So these 2 positions switch, so I need to put the yellow into this position. And then if it was like this, I need to turn it so that the non-yellow piece is going to be taken out. And then I'll do the algorithm, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. Now my next corner piece is right here. They're already ready to switch because they're in the right positions. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So here's my last one. I need to put it into this position. And if it was like this, I'd need to turn it so that the piece is here so that when they switch, that's good. So the algorithm is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And that solves my second center. So that's how you solve a center on a 7x7. And as I did say I was going to do 2 centers in this video, but I'm actually just going to do one because I'm pretty sure you get the point from that one center. So you're just going to basically be doing the same thing for the next 2 centers. One last thing though, before you solve but you can solve any of these next 4 centers as your third center. But say I solve this one, the blue one, I'm not going to solve the green one next. Always do when you're working on your 4th center, don't do an opposite center as your third one. Always do first 2 should be white and yellow, and then you can do blue and then orange. That leaves all you have to make sure you do is your last 2 centers should be next to each other, not across from each other. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching, and I hope you solved your center. If you like this video, please give it a like and check out in the description a link to my website, which has a whole page on how to solve the 7x7. So thanks for watching, and I hope you liked this video.